Guys, let's talk about the episode 1 of this Just As Girls series season 3. Omo, the highs and lows of this first episode is just mind-blowing. The intelligence and the suspense of the writers, how they made the movie so interesting and relatable. And you can tell that this is not something that you've seen in any movie. It is fresh, it is new, it is mind-blowing, it is refreshing, it is very relatable. You can see yourself, you can see your friend, you can see your neighbor, you can see your sister, you can see somebody in the lives of everyone in this series. Like, it is very, very relatable, and every suspense is just right. Every plot twist is just right. Let's start with the new characters they introduced. There is Charles Bond, there is Moroluwa Tike, there's Lillian, the sales girl. That's what's her name again? There's Lillian, and then there is Ibuka, the the sales boy. That's Details sales boy. Every character that has been introduced is quite interesting. So the first scene of the episode started with an introduction, and everybody is like wondering, who is Kanyinsola getting married? Then Charles Bond appears, and people are wondering, is Charles Bond the person Kanyinsola is getting married to? And then the shock of the moment, the person Kanyinsola was getting married to is Tomiwa. Like, how do you leave Maachi after all the stress and the worries that you put him through? And then there's Lola in the scene. Like, I'm just going to say the high points of the episode for me. I'm not going to discuss everything that happened in the movie. There's Lola in the scene. That's the social media influencer, the celebrity in quotes, with her arrogant sister who is buying wigs for over 2 million naira because of an audio contract that was promised her, and then she had to sleep with people, and at the end of the day she was not called up for the job. Somebody else got the job. So much happened in the introduction. First, we see Smalley, who invited Kay to the introduction just to pepper Jermaine. Obviously, she's still head over heels with Jermaine, and I don't know if Jermaine is in love with the girl, and he's just trying to be careful because he's way older. And then Kay, on the other hand, is being used as a pawn to pepper Jermaine. Like, the girl needs to grow up. Well, she's a child, so what do we expect from a child? And then on the other hand, we see GT having groove, GT the life of the party, having groove and putting everyone in their place, telling everybody facts as it is. And then what's her name? Auntie Ame with her funny wigs. God, I blame myself for that wigs, but then it is very intentional. I purposely got that wig for her character because Ame has a lot going on in her life, so being prim and proper with her hair is something that she shouldn't pay attention to for somebody who is going through such gravity of trauma and stress in her life. So the wig was on purpose. I got the wig for her on purpose for that character. And then we see her in the wedding. She's seen alcohol and she's salivating over alcohol. And then sometime in the wedding, we see her sneaking towards the bathroom to go sip alcohol. And then we noticed first at the beginning of the series, at the beginning of the episode rather, when she was in class and she had a breakdown, and then she was having a drink from her container. A lot of people in the comment section was suggesting that she was having alcohol, and then we confirmed that in the wedding. So somewhere along the line, Tomiwa's side chick comes on board. That the Lola, the so-called celebrity girl, the Instagram influencer, comes on board, and we see her by the corner with Tomiwa in the dark, having an alone time, laughing and gisting and holding hands and falling into each other's arm. And Coin Sola walks into the scene, catches them in that mood. And what he could say is that she's just a friend. He invited a lady friend to your introduction, and you couldn't have a conversation with her in the open, but in the dark, hidden somewhere. We hope that Kanyinsola has not made the greatest mistake of her life. So moving on, we notice that Jite has a bigger shop, like a very big shop, 3 times bigger than her former shop in the other episodes. And then she has 2 sales attendants. She has a boy and a girl. That's Ebuka and I think her name is Mercy. Yes, Ebuka and Mercy. And then guys, if you want to enjoy this episode, just watch it and see the live chat. I think for me the live chat makes it more interesting. You hear people's point of view of some certain things happening in the scene. You see people's reaction to things, and people's reaction to Ebuka's scene in the salon was quite impressive. And by the way, I played Ebuka in this episode, and I was not really acting. I was just being myself, because that is me on a normal day. That is how I talk on a normal day. That is how I get to be on a normal day. That's how I get to be sarcastic really on a normal day. There was nothing really serious I was doing there, but just being me, being dodgy. And then people's reaction to Ebuka's character was quite affirming. It means I did great. And then I'm looking forward to other scenes to see how Ebuka plays out in the episode. And then Mercy was a good duo for me. He had so much fun playing that role in the salon. I can't wait for you guys to see how Ebuka and Mercy's character unfolds in this season 3. But then there's something that gets me worried. Jite, in the last season, Jite was bankrupt. She was duped. She lost her shop. She lost her savings. She lost everything to a dubious guy. And then in this season, we see that Jite is more successful. She has a shop that is 3 times bigger than her former shop. She now has more manpower that she's paying. The mystery is, how did Jite bounce back? How did she borrow money? Did she win jackpots? I know 1 year is a lot for a lot of things to happen to somebody, but then what is the mystery behind Jite's bouncing back? And then she looks happier, she looks more flourishing, she looks like she has something good going on for her. What is happening? What is the secret? And then back to a day after the introduction, we see Kanyinsola in the house with her housemates. And guys, it felt so good seeing the girls back together in the house again after so long. It just brought back a lot of memories from the first time we saw them in the first episode of the first season up to when we saw them in the last episode of the last season. Proper a lot of good, sweet, bitter and sour memories. But then moving forward, Tomiwa comes to the house arrogantly and proud as he is. Not to apologize to Kanyinsola for being a thorn in the flesh at their introduction, but to be proud. Like, how do you come to see your supposed wife to be a day after embarrassing her at your introduction, and then you are telling her that there is enough of you to go around? She should grow soft skin, because there are a lot of girls in your life that are flocking around you, and that will keep coming back to flock around you. That she's the one in your life now. She has your ring, so she should calm down. because you'll be seeing more women in your life. Like, how do you say that to a woman you're about to get married to? And the Coin Sola herself, that girl is she's now an official headache to everybody who likes her. Judging from the first episode of season 1 up till now, like, why do you keep giving us stress? From lying to deceiving us about who Chief really is to you, to stressing what's his name, Maachi, and now to making this very bad decision. Like, how do you live, like, according to a lot of you in the comment section, how do you leave a prayer partner and cleave to a prayer point? Like, Tomiwa and Maachi they're like two separate worlds. They are like Earth and Pluto. Like, Tomiwa is everything that Maachi is not, and Maachi is everything that can be classified as good, gentle, and every woman's dream. But I'm beginning to believe that saying that most good girls like soft guys. Most good girls like very bad guys. Why do good girls fall into the charm of bad guys? And Tomiwa is a smooth talker. Tomiwa he is what you call slow poison. You know, you eat it, you enjoy it. It's sweet in the tongue. You chew it. You savor the goodness of it in your tongue, but it is laced with poison that you cannot taste until it has settled into your system, digested properly, broken down into every vessel of your blood, and then it starts breaking you down. That's the kind of person Tomiwa is. He's such a sweet talker. He's such a smooth man. Like, he's the kind of guy that will sweep any lady off their feet, no matter how high your standard is, no matter how high you place yourself. He's the kind of, if you are not spiritually sensitive, yes, that's the word. If you are not spiritually sensitive, Tomiwa is the kind of guy that will bring you gushing over him, because he's got charm, he's got the tongue, he's got the right words, he's got the right timing, he's got a fine face. You know, he's in quotes every woman's dream. But in real life, in reality, it's nobody's dream. He should be locked up and thrown into a dungeon where he belongs. And I don't know how Coin Sola fell for such a guy compared to what she had with Maachi. It's so sad. It's so sad. Tomiwa comes to see her, says all that rubbish to her, and then tells her he's going for a meeting without apologizing to her. And then we see him in a hotel with the said Lola, which he said he was his friend. The Lola that he had to stay in a dark with on his wedding day. We see him with that same Lola girl in a hotel room, and the girl is, I know it's with the situation of things around, it's obvious they just finished having sex and he paid her off for the work and he's about to leave, and she's asking him to stay back because she will miss him and she wants them to have more time together. This is somebody that just did his introduction a day before. This is, according to you guys, a full red ocean wearing black and red. Moving on, everybody was asking for Maachi because we hadn't seen Maachi for, I think, in the first 40 minutes or 30 minutes of the episode, we didn't see Maachi. And then the first time we see Maachi, he's coming back from a trip that we don't know what the trip is about. He just said, we just saw Ella and Munachi's elder sister, which is what's her name, Morolua Tiketike. Yeah, she's Morolua Tiketike on Instagram. We see her. She is what's her name? Forgotten her name in the episode, but she's playing Munachi's elder sister. So we see her and Ella welcoming Munachi from a trip. This trip, we don't know what the trip is about. We hope to know what that trip was for in the next episode. And then we see Ella gushing over Munachi, being all over him, saying how much he missed him. So obviously Munachi reconciled with Ella, because in the previous episode he had a fallout with Ella. So they reconciled. From this first episode we see that they reconciled, and he had to travel and put Ella in charge of his business. And as we could see, Ella did well with the business. So we see Munachi's elder sister trying to ship Munachi and Ella, but Munachi seems uninterested. Maybe because he still has a soft spot for Coin Sola, and it's not yet done and over with Coin Sola. And then in the next scene, very funny scene. The next scene was supposed to be a Sunday, and very early in the morning, we don't know what time, but with what happened with the scenario that was played out, it was very early in the morning. We hear a knock on Munachi's door. Munachi goes to get the door, and it was Ella. She invited herself into the house without even being welcomed. And then she's like, "How are you? Have you unpacked?" Doing all the wife duties. And Munachi seems very uninterested. And Munachi acts like, it's early morning on a Sunday. Why are you here? Why are you not going to church? And then she says she'll watch online. And then she invited herself into the house, offered to make breakfast for the both of them. Ella, what's happening? It is the man that is supposed to get the woman, but why are you now the woman getting the man? And this guy, you read the room, girl, read the room. He's not interested. Read the room. Why are you being so desperate? Read the room, sister. Read the room. And that's why he will always prefer Coin Sola to you, because Coin Sola is the principled one. Coin Sola is the very soft and affectionate one. Coin Sola is not trying to please you. But here you are, being head over heels with this guy, pushing and forcing yourself on him. It's irritating. I will tell you for a fact, as a guy, girls like that is a turn off, because we want to chase you, we want to have you, we want to see you, like you, and pursue you. You are the hunter, not the hunted. But you are now the hunter trying to hunt him, and it's a turn off for guys. That is a hint for somebody out there. Don't go throwing yourself over somebody who doesn't want you. Yeah. I think that's all about this episode. Yes, I think that's. And then yes, while visiting Munachi on that Sunday morning, she gets her phone and she gets on Instagram and sees Coin Sola and Tomiwa's wedding introduction pictures all over the place, and she called Munachi's attention to it. But I like how he handled it. He handled it like the mature man that he is. Went back to bed. Oh, it is just episode 1 of season 3, and it has been a movie. It has been a movie. It is chaotic, it is mind-boggling, it is mind-blowing. A lot of suspense, a lot of anger, a lot of anger, a lot of laughs, and a lot of what ifs, a lot of unraveling that we need to do. I'm looking forward to episode 2. Like, I'm looking forward to episode 2. I really want to. I don't even want to think about what's going to happen. I want to be surprised. Like, I want to be dazed. Like, I am dazed right now after seeing episode 1, and I know you also want to be dazed. But let me tell you, if you saw this episode without watching the live chat, I want to advise you to go back and just watch the live chat. Like, go back and see the live chat. I think the peak of this episode 1 is the live chat. I didn't know if I enjoyed the episode itself more than I enjoyed the live chat. It was just mind-blowing. The people in the comment section, wow. The commentaries in the comment section, like the commentary in that comment section, like, I trust me, I used 2 days to finish the live chat because I made sure I went through each chat one after the other because it was just mind-blowing. So I will advise you, if you've seen the episode and you didn't see it looking at the live chat, go back and look at the live chat. So if this was amazing to you, and I think I had a conversation with a friend about this Just Us Girls series, and the person was like, Just Us Girls series, this is a series for women. See the name, Just Us Girls. And then I was like, no, if you have women in your life, if you have sisters, if you have friends, then you have to see this series. You are a potential father, you are a brother, you are a friend, you are a mentor, you are an uncle, you are a nephew to a woman out there, and we need to protect the women in our lives. You have a mother. She might have been traumatized growing up, and then you are seeing traits of trauma, and maybe she might be acting out towards you, and you're wondering what's wrong with this woman. You could help her heal just by seeing this episode. From seeing this just by seeing this series, rather, from season 1, season 2, and now season 3, I have learned so much, and I have learned to be a better brother to my sisters, because I have 4 sisters. I treat them well. I love them right. I love them equally. I love them with all of my heart. But I'm learning to love them more. I'm learning to treat them better than I used to. I'm learning to say the right words at the right time. I'm learning to be a better brother to them. I'm learning to be a better father to my children in the nearest future. So if you are a brother, and I'm learning to be a better friend to my female friends, because every woman's life is represented in the lives of these girls in this season. So I'm learning it. So if you're a pastor, you need to watch this series so that you can shepherd your flocks right. You can counsel them right. You can see through their eyes. You can see through them the things they are not saying to you, because a lot of people are going through, a lot of women are going through a lot. They are going, like, so many women are going through a lot of trauma, are going through a lot of abusive relationships. They are going through a lot of identity crisis. They're going through a lot of confusion, a lot of questions in their mind that they need answers to. A lot of things they've done that they are ashamed of and ashamed to share. So they are just living, they are just existing and not living. And it is eating them up. They are not sharing. And as a pastor, you need to see this series so that you are able to see through your flocks and shepherd them right. If you are a father, you need to see this series so that you cannot just be a father, but a friend to your daughters. Like, get them to be open towards you. Get them to talk to you about anything that is happening in their life. If you are a brother, you need to see this series so that you can love your sisters right, treat them right so they don't fall into the wrong hands. And even if they ever get to fall into the wrong hands, you can help them heal. If you're a man, you have a friend in your life that you should protect. And thank God for me, for my sisters. I've built a healthy relationship with them where there is nothing that they don't discuss with me. Like, there is absolutely nothing my sisters don't discuss with me, because I'm more like I'm not just a brother to them. I'm more like a father to them, more like a friend to them. So I've built a very stable and healthy relationship with them that they tell me literally everything that is happening in their life, from relationships to school to things bothering them, to whatever it is. Like, there's no conversation I have not had with my sisters. Like, absolutely no conversation I've not had with my sister. And I'm seeing this series, I'm just so glad that I have that kind of relationship with my sisters, and I'm learning to be better so the relationship grows more healthier. Share it to your brothers, share it to your fathers, share it to your pastors, share it to your friends, because they need to see it. If every man is a good man, there will be less ladies who are hot, there will be less ladies who go through trauma. See what Felix did to Ame. Ame is suffering PTSD because she encountered a Felix. Imagine if brother Felix was a good man, just like Tomiwa is a good man. If brother Felix was less of a harm to Ame, if brother Felix was more tender to Ame already had trauma. She already had something disturbing her from childhood, and that thing we don't know. I hope we'll get to find out in this season. But then, like I was saying, Ame already had something disturbing her. She already had a trauma going on in her life. And then she met Felix. And Felix aggravated the whole issue. Like, he went from 0 to 100. Imagine Felix was a good man. Who knows, it would have helped her heal and help her be a better woman. But Felix took her from frying pan to fire. So imagine we have a bra Felix that is a good man, Ame would have been a better person. And look at Tomiwa now that is disturbing your favorite, Coin Sola. And Tomiwa is a man, but is a bad person. The Tomiwa that is already showing your favorite Shege. Marriage that he has not even done. It's just introduction. He's already asking her to grow soft skin. Is she Tomo? They never marry her. He don't they ask her to grow soft skin. Is she Tomo? Before you know now, you ask her to grow leather skin, Italian leather skin, for marriage which she never enter. So imagine somebody like Tomiwa. Imagine he's a good person. It would be that she had two choices of good men, Maachi and then Tomiwa. But so what I'm saying is, everybody needs to see this series, whether you're a man or a woman. See this series. There's something for you to learn. You just have to be a better person. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Share your reviews, share your ups and your lows of this episode in the comment section. Share your worries as well. Share the things that made you boil and the things that made you happy in the comment section. And see you next Tuesday for episode 2. I can't wait.